All right, this is another Adobe Animate tutorial, and this one is about morphing an object. And so the first thing we always do is create a new layer. I'm gonna hide anything else that I've done, and we're gonna call this morph 2 because this is probably the second time that I've done this, maybe third. And it's pretty simple. We want an object to change its form or shape while moving at the same time. So I'm gonna pick the first, and you see already a blank keyframe, and it's going to be blank until we put something in it. So I'm going to put a circle. Now remember, we are still animating on the twos. We're always going to be animating on the twos. And so we're going to create a keyframe. So we're going to go 2 frames, create a keyframe. We're going to use our selection tool to move the object. We don't want to move it too far. But now we got to do something a little bit different. And we want to change the shape. Now, because everything is selected, you see all these white dots. That means everything is selected. We want to click away and deselect. Now, when we go back and we hover over the edge, I'm not pressing anything. I'm just over the edge. Now I'm allowed to change just the edge. I'll pull the edge and it'll change the shape of it. So that's what we're going to keep doing. We're going to go skip 2 frames, create a keyframe. Now this is the new shape. I'm going to move it again. And now I'm going to deselect and then hover over the edge and change it. And this is basically the steps. I'm just going to keep going. Create a new keyframe. I'm 2 frames away. Move the whole thing. Deselect. And make it either bigger. Now, the one thing you don't want to do is detract from what you're doing, meaning make it smaller. If you do, you got to make sure the change is significant so it doesn't look like it's really not changing shapes. So I'm skipping 2, creating another keyframe, moving it, extend it. And you just want to keep the same rhythm. Create a keyframe, move it. I'm going to change the dimensions a little bit. I'm going to actually extend the top and the bottom. I'm going to move it slightly differently so it's not just going to go off the page. And as you keep animating, you can change the form however you want, as long as it changes. And we'll just take a quick view of this. And this is what ends up happening. So it morphed. That's it. That's the basic goal of morphing, is to understand how to change a shape and animate that change.